Yo, 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 what up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, getting at you guys with another Why Run podcast live. And, Rob, you know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to type out, like, that we're gonna have a live show. You know how I posted on Twitter?
Yeah.
Didn't do that. But yeah, what's up? And I got JustRob on panel. It ain't never a boo.
It's always a boo.
Nope. Show of hands. Show of hands, everybody. Put your hands down. It don't count.
I do count.
No, cause you don't get to vote.
I did though.
It don't count.
This is a little weird.
How is it weird?
Like, behind you.
Cause you're behind me. Oh yeah. If you guys could see the positions we are in right now. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be a short show.
Face down, ass up. It's how us raccoons like to do it. So what's going on, babe?
Nothing much. There's a loud ass car outside.
Yeah, there is, and it's picking up.
And it's gone.
Yeah. But no, Rob is seriously behind me because that's where I set up his mic. And putting it right here, it wouldn't do it. Because trust me, I tried.
Yeah, I think we did that last time, no?
Did we? No, it was just this. And then we had it on that table.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it wasn't good.
It's okay.
I'll be the first one to say it. But yeah, I have a mic. He has a mic. It's just positioned differently. We're not even looking at each other. So don't get too excited.
She's a little mad at me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Still from our last fight.
Oh, shit, man. Do I have to drop it in the chat? Oh, my gosh.
No, I'm sure people can go back and check. If they really want to.
If they really want to hear us fight. Yeah, that's our first fight. And it was live. It was live, too. I was like, man, and I couldn't. I was trying to stop myself from saying it because I wanted to stop you mid fight, and I wanted to tell you, like, babe, you really want to give the people what they want. They want us to fight. They want us to not get along.
Well, they did wait for a whole year, so it's okay. It was one of the worst ones we've had.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know.
What do you mean you know?
It was because what did it for me was that it was live. We were live fighting, and I was like, oh my god, okay, I guess this is happening. I guess we're just gonna be fighting live.
What were you worried about?
Well,
just giving people the satisfaction.
Yeah, well, that was part of it, but it's almost like a half-ass nobody's business.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was a universal topic of women getting in trouble when we don't listen to our husbands. So I was like, okay, I guess this is a live argument. And let's just say it was a topic that married couples argue about. So I'm like, okay, fine. You want to fight? Let's fight.
And also the man not stopping to ask for directions.
Yes.
He's stuck with directions.
Yes. But I still stand behind that. We didn't lose any more minutes trying to get there. Our minutes didn't change to get to the location.
We did have to turn back around, so we lost some minutes. Yeah, because we went too far that way. We could have gone this way.
Left?
We could have actually gone straight on Firestone. and not on that whole roundabout.
Oh yeah. Wait, on Southern?
Southern or Firestone would have taken us there. It's
I was
okay.
listening to you.
No.
Yes, I was listening to you because I don't know the streets and I just know to go by GPS.
And you were following GPS, and you weren't listening to me. Oh, we're gonna fight part 2 now. I think you like this.
I don't know. Probably because I'm right.
Oh. oh, okay. You're not right, by the way.
I'm right because, again, I don't live there. I don't know how traffic is there. And I only listen to GPS.
Right there. You admitted you were wrong. You followed GPS and not me.
No, I was listening to you. I had the thing open because you were like, oh, does this street shade red? Is this street green? And I'm like, yeah, it's all yellow and all red. And you're like, okay, go this way.
And then you
so
went
I
the
was
other
like,
way.
okay.
And then you went the other way and didn't listen to me.
I was listening to you when you were messing with the the tape recorder. Yeah, and I was asking you like, should I keep going? And then you were like, yeah. So I was like, okay. Like a good girl. But yeah, I think that was part 2.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's gonna be our thing now.
Uh-oh.
We save our fights for when we're online.
Yeah, to let people know that we actually do fight.
But do we though?
Yeah, we fight. We've had disagreements, but the thing that I can appreciate that, let's just say there's a couple couples out there, they don't give a fuck. They let it be known. They say whatever the fuck, and they still meet up, and one party is still upset. The other party is like, I'm happy. We're happy. No, but what I was gonna say is that we don't air our business like how other people do. Like they explain everything, and it gets to the point where they think that they have to make TikToks about each other. So like someone makes a video and then the other person makes a response and then the other person makes a response and then it just goes back and forth. We're not doing that. Of course, you guys only know what we tell you guys, and we're telling you guys right now that we do have disagreements. They can get pretty bad depending on how you guys look at it. But
can I say that there's been twice that we almost didn't make it. And I mean, not that it's anybody's business, but I'm just being transparent. It's gotten to that point. But
yeah,
we worked through it and we're here. We made it to a year. Now we're doing better.
What did you say when we just got up from the bed? What you said? Do you remember what you said?
I gotta go take out the trash. I don't know.
The trash that we already sorted through.
Yeah. Doing my husband duties.
For other raccoons in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, we're not giving them anything.
Yeah, we took out the good stuff already. Yes.
No, I don't remember what I said.
You said, oh my God, I just lost it. You said, oh, that we're still getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Because, is this the first or the second week that we've been together, like, longer? right?
Consecutively.
Second? Something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like we're... You want to tell them about the salad?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, we're going to talk about the salad, but um, it's kind of weird. Well, you and I are we're building and we're creating our own traditions and our own the way that we work, and then we're not only are we dealing with each other, but now we're dealing with family members. That it's not just like, oh, well, they just come to visit, so we just have to put up with them when they're visiting. It's when we're in LA, we deal with my family. When we're here, we deal with your family, and sometimes they have opinions and they got things to say, and sometimes we do have to forget that. We have to forget what they say and what they want for us. It's about what we want for each other and with each other. And that's why that kind of brings us to the salad. Like I told you, I really don't like eating out all the time. I do it, it's fun, but my body doesn't like it. I start feeling heavier, and then I start feeling like I just don't want to do anything. It's not good for me. I need to eat. Not I'm not saying like perfectly healthy, but at least healthier. So I do appreciate you trying. You look so miserable eating that salad.
Whatever, he's lying.
No, actually,
I was fine.
At first, yes, you were fine, but then you were like, okay, it's not tasting like anything. It's not ending. Like with the burger, you can kind of see like you're already getting to the end of it. With the salad, it was like, oh my god, it's multiplying.
The more I was stirring it up, the more it was getting.
You know the happy dance that you do when you're eating a burger? Well, I was doing that with the salad.
Yeah, and I wasn't. I couldn't even sidestep.
And then when your mom came in and she was like, "That's all you're eating?" It's like, why are you torturing her? I was like, okay, maybe the salad is not. I did ask you, but I don't know if you heard me. I was like, am I the only one that you know that gets excited about salad? And yes, people, she did ask me if she could toss my salad. And I said no. No.
Yeah, he did say no. I was crushed.
What?
That's for another time. But yeah, like I don't know, like I guess I never had that I guess I hate to take it back to previous relationships.
No, we can, because
right?
I was gonna do that too.
Okay, very quickly. It was like when I was in other relationships, it was like we would the only thing that came close to what we've done was, yeah, we both ate out, but it was like I had Burger King and the other stupid ass would have McDonald's. But we're still eating out. The thing that I don't like doing that makes me feel guilty even when you're not here is when I have something to eat and let's say my parents are having cereal and toast.
Mm-hmm.
See, like that makes me feel bad, because I know I see how hard my parents work. And for me, it's like, go out, get yourself a good breakfast, go out and enjoy yourselves. Like, to me, like that's what it is. It's like, if you work hard and you work all the time, go out. Like, and for me, it's different when they're like, oh, we're having cereal because our blood sugar level was too high. Mm-hmm. Like, stuff like that, I understand. And it's like, oh, okay, then, yeah, you guys have your cereal, but maybe later on go out for lunch.
Yeah.
But when you said, you know what, I'm okay with you going out and getting what you want to eat and me having a homemade salad, like, I'm okay with that. And I'm like, no, because I feel like in some way it's going to disturb my meal, like me eating. Like it's gonna make me like lose my appetite.
Really?
See, that's why it's like I don't want to eat all this goodness in front of you, and you're having swamp.
But that's how I see the salad. That's goodness to me.
I
That's why I
guess.
told you, like, you do
But
your
I'm
happy.
losing my appetite. I'm not
Well,
blaming you.
but see, that's kind of how I felt when I saw you eating the salad and not enjoying it. I felt like, oh, I shouldn't be this happy eating salad and you're over there miserable. That's why I was like, okay. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm okay with eating out once a day. Maybe, honestly, for me, it would be once a week. I
Oh
would
my
be okay
god.
with that. But I'm also not gonna. It's not like, I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to say that. Um.
See, for me, it's like when we're at your place in California, like I want to cook. Like I can cook. I can hook it up. But for me, it's like I try to work with what I got in California, because here in Arizona at my house I have an air fryer, I have a toaster oven, I have a countertop grill. Um I have these little appliances, even down to like a really big frying pan. Like I feel like I take up a lot of room. And when I cook for a lot of people. And your mom, she don't even eat her cooking, and she cooks a lot. And yeah, we eat it up, like and that's it's so good that it's like, okay, I don't need to cook, because I feel like I don't want to make her feel like, that I'm trying to, compete. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm okay with that. If she's okay with it, if she needs me to chop up an onion, like, I'll do that. But for me, when I cook a lot. And when I cook a lot, I need bigger pans. And you get used to your own utensils, even, because I like to cook with a rubber thing, whatever the fuck you call it.
Spatula.
Spatula, yes. It's like she has her ways of doing things, and I have my way. She has her gadgets, I have mine. And it is difficult to cook there. And when I'm here, it's like I'm doing so much. It's like I do a lot, but then I don't. I think you're starting to kind of see that, um yeah, when I get up, it's like I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I don't know if I'm gonna throw up. I don't know if I'm gonna have like a stomach ache. I don't know if I'm gonna have a headache. um Sometimes I'm hungry, sometimes I'm not. And it's like, okay, what do I need to do? Do I have an Amazon block? Okay, if you have an Amazon block, you can't eat. You cannot eat. You can only have something, that doesn't have anything in it. But it's like, okay, you don't have an Amazon block and you're feeling good, you haven't thrown up. So of course, that's what I said to you. Maybe I do eat my feelings, because when I feel in a good mood, I'm gonna have whatever the fuck I want. If I want French fries and hot wings, that's what I'm gonna have. And then I'll be like, oh well, that's gonna fuck up your stomach. So what? You're feeling good, you're staying home, you're good, go ahead and do it. And then I'll go and do it. And cooking for you here, like, I've done it. You've had my cooking. You like?
Yes, I do like.
And for me, it's like, I guess I don't know what we're doing to be like, okay, I'm gonna put something, let's say, in a crock pot, or I'm gonna buy these pork chops. We better be home to have it. Is my mom and dad gonna be there? Most of the time they're not. But it's I feel like it has to be equal. Yes.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, you and I have a thing. Like, we have an understanding, but then you throw in our families. And like you said, when we're in LA, you want to cook, but my mom's already cooking, or she like you don't want to offend her and not eat her food, and all that stuff. And like I'm in the middle, just like when we're here, you feel like, well, what do I do? Do I cook for everybody, or do I just cook for us, or should we eat out? So it's the same thing. That's what I meant when I said, it's not just us. We got we got people. We have to worry about people's feelings too, and because we care. We could be like, you know what, it's just me and you, and screw everything else and everyone else.
Like, this is what I want to eat. I'm gonna go have what I want.
And then that brings me to the other stuff that we were talking about when we're with someone or in previous relationships. In my previous relationships, it's always been like I for some reason the people or the women that I've been with don't like to eat alone, like eat out alone. So it's like we're gonna go eat fast food and you're gonna eat with me, and I'm like, but I'm not hungry. Like it's always I feel like I'm being force fed. And it's like, well, just I'll bring my Tupperware with my salad, and they're like, no, fuck that. You're gonna eat what I tell you to eat, or where I want to go eat. And I'm like, you can't make me eat. But like no, a lot of times it is things that I don't want, and it is like I guess to be accommodating to them, and you know, I guess in the beginning, I don't think that I was doing that intentionally, just eating out whenever you wanted to because you wanted to. It was more like well, we are doing stuff. We're going places. Like we were out working a lot. There is no time to come home and be cooking and all that stuff. So it's like, oh well, we'll just pick something up on the way home. And it's the convenience, I guess. But because we are busy, we are doing stuff. And that's why I told you that yesterday. I was like, I don't mind it, but I prefer to eat at home. I prefer to eat healthier because I'm not gonna be any help to you if I feel like crap. If I start feeling like, oh, I gotta be home because I need to use the restroom, or like if I start having issues with my stomach and all that, like I'm not gonna be any help to you. So I would rather, if we do go eat out, like okay, for instance, I was with a woman that ordered for me, like whatever she was gonna eat, that's what she would order for me, and I'm like, but I don't want that. Like I can't have that, and she didn't care. Like I would rather, if we're gonna go eat fast food, like I said, most places do have salads. I could get a salad and I'm fine with that. I know that for you look at it like, oh, but you're punishing yourself. You're not eating because why? You don't have the money for it, or you feel like you need to not eat as much, or what? And I'm like, no, because I like this. This is what I want. I want to feel good for the rest of the day. I don't want to feel like, oh, I need to go home and take a nap. But it
I'm
is
cool with that.
coming home and taking a nap.
Well, are you?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
I told Rob earlier today. I was like, I feel like I'm like that, because my dad grew up poor. My dad grew up on rice. That's why, when he got with my mother, and my mom was a city girl. My mom, she grew up on McDonald's cheeseburgers as a kid, to Carl's Jr. Fast food in California when she went to school in California. But so when my dad got with my mom and when they would have Chinese food or something, my dad was like completely turned off by rice and bread, things like that. And it's like I always want my dad to eat good, and I guess I get that way with you because you guys are home all the time. Like, you guys eat home cooking food. Not saying that is bad or anything, but for me, like, going out is to me always kind of like a celebration. Like, because we in my household, we appreciate going out. We celebrate our food. And of course, whatever we eat, we're feeding the spirit. So it's like I want my spirits to eat good. I mean, of course, the spirits are gonna appreciate whatever, but for me, like it's like I want my father to eat good. I want my husband to eat good. You know, I want my spirits to eat good. You know, our blessings, like I want them to eat good. So for me, it's like I will spoil. You know, it's not just about what I want to eat, because I eat that all the time. I can have that whenever I want. But for me, it's like, oh, if you're with me, you know, like we're together finally, you know, because we do live apart. For me, it's like I just want you to enjoy, you know, like because to me it's like it's the joys that I have, and I want to share it with you. It's not like I'm trying to fatten you up or get you sick or force feed you or anything like that. For me, it's just that's just I guess that's just one of the ways that I love someone, you know. So for me, it's like, yeah, I want you to eat with me, because I'm always eating by myself, you know. And when you were talking about your previous relationship, it's like, okay, I don't want you to put me there, and not saying that you are or that you're going to, but like that's just me telling myself like I don't want to do that. Like I just want you to understand that that's why I do it.
I think if like, let's say you were coming to visit me for the weekend, then of course I wouldn't be like, oh, we're gonna eat salad for every meal. If you wanted to go out and eat, or we were planning a date or something, but we've been, thank God that we have more time around each other this time. And like I said, I don't want to eat out I just don't want it to start affecting me. And I'm not saying that you're not disciplined. Like, we work different ways when it comes to the spiritual stuff. I'm more disciplined. I'm harder on myself than I would be on you. When it comes to you, if you say, hey, I'm hungry, I'd be like, all right, what do you want? For me, it's like, okay, there's something at home, just eat at home. Eat something quick so that you could get back to work. For me, because I'm strict on myself. I'm not gonna do that to you. I know that, you know, like you said, going out to eat, it's almost like you're rewarding yourself for the hard work that you're doing, and I see it. I see you working hard, and I want you to be happy. At the same time, it's like I need to be okay with myself. That's why I told you, with you, it's more of a compromise. We'll compromise. With other people, it was always like, well, this isn't gonna last anyway, so let's just enjoy it now, in the moment. Like, I never really saw myself forever with them. And the time that I was in a long-term relationship, I did say the same thing. I was like, I can't do this, eating out every day, all day. I just can't. My body does not react well with it. I need to be okay in order for me to do everything. I'm not gonna eat something that I know is gonna mess me up and then be uncomfortable or feel like crap the rest of the day. So, but again, it's just the discipline that I have on myself. But I don't see an issue with, like I said, if we're gonna go get something to eat, all right, let's go out, bring you something to eat. My salad's already pretty much done. I'll just hook it up, and we're still eating together. We're still spending time.
Yeah, every time you get up to get a napkin or something, an extra condiment, then yeah, I'll like stick fries in his salad. I'm gonna stick like a hot wing in there. Yeah. How did that get in there? No, yeah, like and that's what's crazy about my parents, because they do that. Like, you know, like my mom, yeah, she'll get like a salad or something when her sugar's really high. And my dad, he'll have, you know, a steak, you know, with broccoli, mashed potatoes, or, you know, something. And my dad will just cut, you know, like a piece of sikwi, you know, meat, and he'll give it to her. And, you know, if mom has olives, she doesn't like olives, but if there's olives in her salad, she'll give it to my dad. So they're always, you know, picking and giving off of each other's plates. That's the thing that I enjoy about being with you when we're out doing deliveries, because I'll be starving and it's like, babe, I'm hungry but I'm scared to eat. And you're telling me, yeah, but you have to eat. It's okay if you can't work. If you can't work, that's okay, but you got to eat. So for me, it's like, okay, we'll go to Burger King, we'll go to McDonald's, or we'll go to Subway. And the thing that I enjoy about being with Rob when I'm doing deliveries is that I can split my food. At least I'm having, a little bit of something that I like, something that you don't mind having, and we're sharing. Like, we're sharing a burger, we're sharing fries. Sometimes, I don't, I only eat like a quarter of it, and then I'll give you the rest. But you don't make me feel shitty about doing that. Like, you're not like getting after me, because that was, I guess that's still a trauma, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I better know what I want to eat, and I better eat all of it. If I don't, I'm going to be accused of like wasting, or I'm going to be accused of spending too much money and not eating it all. You don't give me that guilt trip. So for me, it's like, I know that if, like, I'll be able to have what I want and split it with you. And whether we eat it all or not, like, it's comforting. Like, I don't want to say like you're allowing me to eat, because sometimes, like, I feel like I'm not allowed. I don't know why I feel that way, but you make it okay for me. And I like that. And that's what's so funny too, because couples are like, oh, we're so in love, we're so, whatever, like, a cliche type of relationship, like, oh, we even share our drinks, we share our food. And it's like, I think one of you guys is just cheap.
And the other one's not speaking their mind.
Right. But for us, sharing our food is when we're working, or like when we're out on the road, like when we travel, we share a sub sandwich or something, we share a bag of chips. And because for me, when I travel far, I don't like to eat a lot. And you understand that, and I think you're like that. The more I'm paying attention to you, I'm like, I think you're not out trying to have like a triple cheeseburger on a fucking like 400-mile trip.
No, hell no.
Yeah, but
I know for you, you said that you don't like snacking, and you don't like it. I guess you would prefer for me not to snack, but that's because of your previous one. He was a snacker and he wouldn't eat your food or whatever.
Yeah, he wouldn't eat my cooking
because he had filled himself up with snacks.
See, because as I'm cooking, he's having chips. Yeah, and it's like, don't eat. Like, I'm cooking right now.
Yeah. Nah, I don't do that. Like, I told you yesterday, too, like, I do snack maybe more than I should, but it's like sunflower seeds. I don't know what it is about sunflower seeds. I don't know.
I had a little birdie in my car.
Yeah, I could sit and eat sunflower seeds all day. And I don't know if it's just the act of like putting the seed in my mouth that I feel like, oh, I'm eating. That's I consider that food. Even though I guess technically people would say it's a snack or just a pastime or something. I don't know, but that to me is eating. And so I guess it's not that you're stopping me from doing that. Like, I know when you said that your previous one was snack and stuff like that, sometimes I do think about that and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have these pork rinds or chips or whatever it is that I have. But like you said, it's not like you're cooking and I'm snacking away and then I'm gonna be too full to eat your food. I love your cooking. Get in there and cook me something now. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Now I'm still full from the salad.
Yeah, for me, I don't like snacking because it just reminds me of when I was little, when I was neglected. Any little thing of food that that I found I would eat because yeah, like my parents, they would just leave. Like they wouldn't even we never ate at the house, you know? And when we did, it was I think I told you one time, like sometimes I liked when I got home from school and my mom would be in the kitchen making me hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. But that was very seldom.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'd be at home just in this very room because this was my room growing up as a kid. And as soon as I heard the door and I heard a paper bag, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat." See, I guess that's why I don't like chips. Like I don't like you know, like those frozen burritos. I don't like those because it's like because that's what. Yeah, I guess it's just trauma for me. Like it's just like, oh well, it's almost like okay, I don't deserve to eat. And before, when I used to have anxiety going on trips, I used to map quest restaurants because I felt like if there wasn't restaurants around me, and I would never look for corner stores, I would look for restaurants. And if there wasn't anything around me, then I was like, okay, I'm not finding a hotel there. I'm gonna find a hotel where there's a lot of things around me because I felt like if I don't have anything to eat, like I'm gonna die. Yeah, like it was so crazy because it was just like, you know, like, oh, that's ridiculous, that's stupid, but that's really how I thought.
So what did you think when I was doing my fast?
I felt sorry for you. Like I felt like I wanted to make it okay for you to eat. Like, babe, it's okay. Like you could eat. Like there's other things you can do. You don't have to like starve yourself. But when you explained it to me, and you know, I had to look at it when my people fast. You know, because I understand why my people fast. You know, it's for certain ceremonies and prayers and stuff. And it is for people that have a higher purpose. And you being who you are, you know, you are a spiritual healer. I had to let it go. I couldn't. I had to stop looking at you as a modern person. That was hard because it was like,
Yeah, I could tell you and my mom both. Like I told you earlier, she does the same thing when she sees me eating salad. She's like, "Are you being punished? What happened? What did
right.
you do?" And when I was fasting, it was like she was worried that if I didn't eat for 3 days, I was gonna die. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not gonna kill myself over this. Like like I told you, I didn't even feel.
But you would have made yourself pass out or wait to pass out, and it's like, okay, we're taking you to the hospital. You would have stopped us from taking you to the hospital because you just don't like, you know.
But I
But
didn't even feel bad until I really didn't feel hungry until the third day, and it was almost over. I was like, if I go to sleep now, I should be fine in the morning when I do get to eat again. And it was like I really didn't want to stop the fast yet. I was like, I don't feel like it was hard enough. So again, it's that discipline. It's not that I was punishing myself or it did have spiritual meaning for me. But like I said, I wasn't too strict on myself that time. I do want to challenge myself and go for the 40, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I know how far I can push myself, and I know how far the opposite direction I can go. That's why I told you, like, I can't do fast food every meal every day. It just doesn't sit right. Like, and I don't want to feel sick, because then it does get in the way of other things that I need to do. So, but see, that's what I appreciate about you is that you might not like it, but you respect it, and other people wouldn't. Or like, oh no, we're gonna go eat and I'm gonna force feed you, and I'm
like, I bought you this food, you better eat it.
yeah,
you know,
because
like,
I don't like wasting food.
yeah, I know
don't
you
like
don't.
wasting anything.
That's why when I don't finish my coffee, like, he finishes it for me. That's why I try to order hella small.
Like the one that's sitting in the fridge right now.
Oh, you saw that?
Yes.
God damn it.
But at least this time it's in the fridge.
Yeah, I just, yeah, sometimes I just forget, or I'm just like I feel like when I have something, like, I get in a high, and then I'm just like, and then I just leave my drinks there. I mean, I know I can get wasteful, and I'm trying not to be that way, but yeah, like when it comes to chips, I don't care about that. Like, I don't want that, because it just seems like, oh, you're hungry, here, have a chip. You see, and it's almost like you don't want it, because if that person feels that you're only worth chips, then, and then if you eat it, it's like, okay, since I ate it, I'm only worth chips. See, I don't know why my mind is like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why for me, it's like, no, it's like, I don't like to eat on paper plates. I don't. Because I feel like I'm disposable.
Mm-hmm.
But, when somebody says like, oh, so we don't have to wash dishes, to me it's like, well, I don't mind washing dishes. You're feeding me, so that's me returning the favor. But it's like, if you have like a bunch of party plates that you can throw away because there's massive amount of people, I can understand that. But to me, it's like, if I don't want to eat on a paper plate, I feel like paper plates should only be used for, let's say, seasoning steaks or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could see that. But I'm not going to eat on a paper plate. I deserve to eat on China. And I have China sitting in there, and I'll eat on that. Because it does make me feel good. It does. It makes me feel like I'm worthy of what I'm eating. See, and people, you guys may think that it's crazy and stupid or whatever, but it's actually a mind fuck. The psychiatrists or the people that do like the nutrition and all of that, they tell you that if you eat on a smaller plate and you fill it up, it tells your brain that you're overeating, but you're actually eating the right amount of foods. Yeah. And they also say the color of your plates matter too. If you eat on a white plate, it tells you that, like, you need to fill up every white space, and that's not healthy. And the reason why I got this China is because, yeah, it is bigger, it's thicker, and I'm worth it. It looks badass. But they say that if you purchase dishes that have print on it, like it has designs on it, when you put food on your plate, you don't feel like you have to fill up your plate. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So it is like, oh, okay, I'm having a decent sized meal. So it's like a medium plate with stuff on it, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is a really big plate. When really it's not. It's a healthy portion size. So that's why I got those ones, because it's big, and it has print on it. We're doing a cast. Oh. We'll be out in a minute. But see, like people think that I'm crazy. Like, I tried explaining it to my parents. I tried explaining it to my sister-in-law. My brother doesn't give a shit, but it makes me feel special. And that's because I don't want to feel guilty about cooking for myself. See, that's like another thing. When I cook for myself, it's not enjoyable, because it's like, I feel like food should always be shared with someone. When it's just yourself, you start to question, am I worth this pork chop? And then you're like, oh, I'm worth a frozen burrito. That's why when you're like, oh, I love frozen burritos, I'm like, poor babe, like, you're worth more than that, babe.
Well, I'm never gonna
that's
say
what
no
you
to
like.
a pork chop, though.
Say what?
I said I'm never gonna say no to a pork chop, though. That's how you get me in the van. That's how you kidnap me.
Yes. But I've accepted this, and I feel this may sound selfish, or like this may sound like, I don't care or whatever, but I only need my family, my parents and Rob to understand that. I feel like this is something I don't have to correct, because it's not like I'm eating sugar all day. It's not like, well, I guess I do eat burgers all day, but only twice a day. But it's not like that's all I eat. I do have salads. Like when I go to Denny's or somewhere, I'll have a salad, or I'll have like a wrap, or I'll have like a sub sandwich. Like people just think that just because I'm Native American, like the stupid asses at the hospital, they just think that we eat sugar all day, and I don't. Mm-hmm. But I know when it's time to stop. Like I know, like I do have cravings of healthy things. This was just a surprise.
What?
When yesterday, because yesterday I was down with it. Like I was like, oh yeah, tomorrow we'll go to the market and we'll get some stuff. And we went and did that. But after we had it sitting in the trunk, I was like,
let's go get fast food.
Like, what do you want, babe? I tried getting away with it, and I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did. But I knew that later, why we got the stuff. And I swear to God, I don't know where my taste buds went. I did not taste
they left your
anything. Because I like Caesar dressing. I had croutons. I had cheese. I had onions and chicken. Crispy chicken. I didn't taste anything but the onions. That was it. I didn't taste the dressing. I didn't taste the chicken. I was like, did I get a bad batch of chicken? Yeah, I was unhappy a little bit, but I tried to be cool with it, because when you were asking me if it was good, I'm like,
Yeah, I could tell.
I know, I can't get away with nothing.
No, you can't.
But yeah, I do respect you not wanting to always eat the things that I eat, whether it's here at the house or whether I get something, because I bought brats to throw on the grill. And, I wanted to make the white gravy. And, I do have French fries in there. And if you didn't want any of those things, then, I'm okay. I guess it's like, okay, if I can have whatever I want here at the house, and I'll have it while you have a salad here at the house. Mm-hmm. But going out and getting something, yeah, I'm going to feel like, okay, let's say I want a double Whopper with cheese, with heavy everything, and large fry, large drink, and then you're having a giant salad, but I would still feel like.
But we'll both be sitting there doing our happy dance though, because I was happy as fuck eating this.
Yeah, you were. You were in it, and I was like.
I even ate yours. The leftover.
Yeah, you did. I didn't even finish it.
And you didn't even know that I ate it.
No, I told you about it. I had a fit, which I was gonna tell you guys initially. This whole podcast, we're 48 minutes. Wow. And we didn't even.
I don't think we ever talk about the topic
until like way later. Yeah. Or in the next cast.
Well, this is where I stay quiet and you talk about what happened.
Okay, I'll say it really quick, because I'm getting drowsy, and that just means I need a break. Okay, so the name of this episode is based around people that intend or intentionally try to steal or take your joy. So I did have an attitude. Was my attitude called for? Yes and no. I do know when I'm acting like a brat and I don't want to listen to nobody. I want to do what I want. But I did say in a description of this episode that it does depend to me of how someone says something to you or how they ask something of you, for you to do something for them. What I was telling Rob is that, this is what I mean when I tell people, like, there's certain ways that you ask somebody something or when you tell somebody something, you do have to watch how you say it, because there's sides where you say it with kindness, and then there's sides where you're demanding it, and it's almost like you're obligated. And that's what I was kind of feeling today, and I try to be okay with it, and I really did try. I fucking fell asleep because I knew that it was something that I want to do, and it was draining me. And we were supposed to pray in the park, and we didn't even do that because all of this shit hit me before we were able to do that. I fucking fell asleep in the car, and I fell asleep for a couple of minutes. It was not enough because I'm feeling it right now. But we had plans to do one or two things after prayer, and it was like, all right, well, let's just go home, have our salads, and we'll do this. And we shared the experience of the salads, and it was time for me to do something that was asked of me. And I was already pissed off. I was being quiet. I was breathing hot air. I was sighing a lot, slamming shit. Like I would just leave out the room and then come back in and just huffing and puffing just everywhere I was going. And I expressed how I felt to my dad, and he tried to make it okay, and I was like, no, it's not okay, because to me it's not okay. When I just leave things alone, it always comes around and bites me in the ass, and that's what I'm fucking sick of. And as all of that was going on, getting more intense to me, to everyone else around, it probably wasn't even feeling it, but I know for a fact that I can set the whole mood in my whole damn house. I know that, because that's how angry I get, is I will set the whole mood. You can be in the bathroom taking a shit, and you'll feel my anger in there. And I was like, why does this shit happen? And so another thing that I put in the description is identity. I was laying in the bed with Rob after we set up everything. I tried, and I hope Rob saw that I tried.
I saw you try.
But I felt like I tried, but I half-assed it, only because I knew that even if I half-assed it, it's not going to work. Even if I went all the way, it's not going to work. So for me, it's like I'm only going to take it this far because I don't have all these other things to take me farther. So I'm just going to keep it right here. And after we put everything away, well, I didn't want Rob doing shit. I was like, let me put everything away. So I fucking threw everything back in the shed. And I was just done. Like, I was just like, fuck this shit. So me and Rob were laying in the bed, and I just started crying because it was like, damn. And I've had conversations with myself, and I've cried many, many times, like, just kind of losing my sense of identity, right? And when I go inside my mind about identity, the things that I like to do, it's heartbreaking for me, because it's more than I'm not that person anymore. It's more than I'm not a young person anymore. I'm an older person. It's more than all of these modern things, right? But for me, it's like modern and spiritual. It's like, damn, I used to get excited waking up every morning and just even if I threw up that day, even if I, something was up with my stomach, I never let that stop me from going, getting dressed, opening that shed, pulling out all of these things. Like, I was happy. Like, I didn't mind doing those things. If I didn't have a certain tool, I did something else. I found a different way to do it. I never got frustrated with my work. I never got frustrated about not having a certain tool. because I always made it work. And I was happy doing the measurements. Like, I was happy, switching out blades. I was happy to carry the most heaviest wood, even though, like, I have a bad back and, whatever. Down to breaking everything down. And I gather it's because I'm watching, or I see the end result of what I started. You have a giant piece of wood and you cut it into scraps. You cut it into whatever pieces that you need to make a bookshelf or to make ornaments or whatever. I guess that was the reason why, is because the stacks of wood that I had sitting right there, I guess seeing that, I was happy to put all of the things away, put everything back, clean up my station, vacuum up all the sawdust, taking out the air compressor to get the air, let the air run all through you to get the sawdust off of your equipment. See, all of these, it is hard work, and these things, it's heavy machinery that you gotta break down and you have to put it away. Because you don't want someone walking by your house like, oh, they have a bandsaw, let me take it. You have to take these things off of the table that you're using, and you have to carry it, and it's heavy, back into the shelf and back into the shed, and you lock everything up. Then you have to haul all the wood that you cut, and that's heavy. See, like, I didn't have an issue cleaning up. I didn't have an issue putting things back. And I was crying because I felt like that joy, the joys that I have of these things, it's all being taken from me. And, a lot of people say, you got to let that go. You got to let go of what that person has done to you. You need to get through that trauma. You need to forget about that person. And it's like, you can't, because you were your best self with that shitty person, and they stripped you of everything. It is hard. That's why I understand when people are like, oh, I can't get over that person. Yeah, the spiritual side of me, it sees all the dirt that these people have done, and what makes that person, that makes that person a shitty person. But at the same time, it's like, yo, if you knew that person was shitty, and you're telling me, it's not my abilities telling me about this person, you're telling me you should get rid of that person. But when it's you asking yourself and see, you're making comparisons of how you were before, you want that person back. You want the old you to come back. And I don't want to believe that that's it. That's the end. They're not that person anymore. Get over it. See, that's hurtful when you don't want to come to terms that that's what it is. I still want to believe that I'm that strong person. I am that strong person. But it's like, when you have other people that are in the way, that are telling you stuff, that are dictating your day that you didn't even plan, it is taking a part of you. And whether it's intended or it's intentional, either way, it's still stripping you of yourself. It makes you feel like you're the hypocrite. When you set goals for yourself, or when you set goals for somebody that, like, oh yeah, we're gonna go have lunch and it's my treat, and you only say that because you had nothing planned, you have the money, you're feeling good, you don't feel sick, and the person is there, and it's like, you want to do these things, you made plans, right? But when someone or something gets in the way, and that good part of you is gone, that happiness is gone, that the very thing that was making my stomach upset came back, and all the worry came back, because I don't know how much wood I have to strip. I don't know how many sheets of wood they got, and it's already 4:00. I'm not gonna have time to do everything. Do I have everything, to do the job? And it was so sudden. and we didn't even eat yet, you know. And see, it's just like, okay, well, I guess we can't pray. I guess we can't go out and work. I guess, you know, and see, like all of these things, it was like, now I'm the one that's looking fucked up, or I'm the one that's looking ungrateful. And a lot of people tell me, "Oh, Adi, you don't know how lucky you are. You can work at home. You can work on whatever you want." Yeah, but it's not my work. This is somebody else's that they want me to do. That's different. See, so there's a lot of mishaps. There's a lot of things that people don't understand. And that was the side that I didn't want to show you. I didn't want to show you that part because, yeah, I could talk about it to you. I could talk about it on the cast. And look around. There's nothing in here that you see at this very moment, Rob, that I have made. You don't see it. Where is it? See, and that's where it's like I'm a fraud. That's what I feel like. Because it's like, oh yeah, I'm always busy. Oh, I'm always this or I'm always that. And it's like, okay, where? That's why now I shut the hell up about it. It's no longer for me anymore. Yeah, I got the ornaments, but that's my family's business. And it's just, you know, I feel really bad saying this because they are entities, but it's like this is not my focus. You know, and I feel shame. You know, that's why, again, when we feed, that's what I'm saying. You know, those are one of the things that makes me sad that it's like an apology. And I know they're not mad. I know they're not upset with me. You know, they know how I feel about them. They know how I feel. But it's when I'm painting them, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. That's the only time I can have to spend with them, to spend time with them. And it's not a whole lot of time. So that's another guilt that I feel. And I don't want to feel that guilt. See, that's why I am hard on myself. That's why I get pissed. Because it's like, you're forcing me to be with them. You know, and for me, that's not right. I have to be at peace with myself and my life to give them the proper time. Don't throw them at me, you know, because to me, it's that's not how I want to spend time with them. That's why I get angry. That's why I get mad the way that I do. And I just give up because it's like, if no one's gonna stop it, I have to stop it. I have to allow myself to get mad and realign myself. Because when something's pushed to me, nothing's gonna go right. It's not me doing it because I try. But look at how hard I try. I didn't even have all the things that I know that I need to do this. She's not the woodworker. I am. I know what I need to do it on the circular saw. See, they know it to do it on the bandsaw. But see, I'm working alongside someone that I don't want in the way to get hurt. And I can't do that by myself on a bandsaw. That's why I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Because with everything being so costly these days, we kind of can't afford to mess up. And I'm so happy that you understand that. And not being like, oh, I thought you were going to teach me this. I thought we were going to do that. Like, you're hanging it over my head. Like, you said. And it's like, I fucking know what I said, but we just can't do it right now. If I'm just saying, like, if we were to have the argument, I'd be like, oh, okay, so you're the woodworker, okay, then you do it by yourself, show me.
No.
So, but yeah, it's just, I guess I just wanted to say that, that if someone were to come and tell me what I just said, what I say to them is, do what you want, do on your own time. You know, if you need certain things, go get it to do the job. If you feel safer or better with those tools, then don't do it until you have them. You know, do it for yourself. Don't do it for them. Don't do it because you know the skill. Do it because you enjoy the skill. And I was not enjoying it. And that's why I was missing the old part of myself. Like, that was just, every time I had a problem, I never got mad. I was like, oh, okay, well, just go get these things. See, it's better when you have everything. But see, people are like, oh, well, you could be a woodworker. All you need are 3 tools. Bullshit. I hate those fucking TikToks, man. Like, oh, all you need is this handheld thing. It does everything. And it's like, you're a whole lie. I should sue you for that, for watching this fucking TikTok. But it's like, it is enjoyable when you have everything. And you'll see. Try it. If you think you can do something with your own hands with just 1 or 2 things, okay, impress me. But for me to enjoy, to do the things that I need to do, I have to have everything. That's what it's there for. That's why I worked hard to buy those things, to use it for my works. And when people expect you to do the most for them with so little, that's an insult. That's almost like a scam. Don't do it, people. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose your identity. Don't lose your passion, because I feel like I'm on my last drip. You know, and honestly, I feel like this podcast is the only thing that I have that makes me happy. And I don't want to one day wake up and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, get these microphones out of here. Like, just delete all my podcasts, or all my podcasts are, just delete them. Now, don't get too happy now. I know there's a few of you out there that are like, yeah, everyone fucking hates your voice. Your voice sounds creepy. Not yet, but it's the things that you like. Don't let anyone take that from you, because I feel like I've just been stripped of everything. And I don't give a fuck what this sounds like right now. I really don't, because I'm saying these things not just because of my own, like, I'm speaking to you guys that these things are important. These things should be important to you. Don't give yourself away for nothing. You keep it for yourself, because you have to have something that gives you life. Because who's gonna give it to you? No one's gonna give it to you, because everybody all wants for themselves. They don't care about you. They want to capitalize on you. They want to step on you to get ahead. So just do what you're good at, what makes you happy, and don't give it away. Do it for yourself. Not everyone deserves your craft. Not everyone deserves your knowledge. So if you want to be back that person, work on it. Because I believe that that's who we really are inside. But people get in the way. Our traumas get in the way. And we need to realign ourselves, people. I know what I have to do, but even realigning myself, people get in the way. And it is hard. But I hope I can get there.
You will.
I know I will. But I guess that's it for this episode. Unless you want to respond or add anything.
Just know that I'm here to support you with whatever you needed me to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm always gonna take you with me. I just don't want you to look at me like I'm a hypocrite. 'Cause I really do try.
I know. I see you trying.
But thank you, babe, for joining me on panel.
Thank you for having me.
And we will see you guys in the next Why Run podcast live. Peace.